Our topic is, can Stoicism make you happier? Let's dive into this ancient philosophy and see how it can help us live better lives. Stoicism is a way of thinking that started in ancient Greece and Rome. It teaches us how to handle life's challenges with calm and wisdom. The main idea of Stoicism is that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. This simple idea can change the way we see life and help us find happiness even in difficult times. First, let's talk about what Stoicism really is. Stoicism is not about hiding your emotions or pretending that life is perfect. It's about understanding what is in your control and what is not. For example, you cannot control the weather, but you can control how you dress for it. You cannot control other people's opinions, but you can control how you respond to them. This focus on control helps us stop worrying about things we cannot change and instead focus on what we can do to improve our lives. One of the key ideas in Stoicism is the concept of acceptance. Acceptance means understanding that life will have ups and downs, and that's okay. Bad things will happen, but they do not define us. What defines us is how we handle those bad things. The Stoics believe that suffering comes not from the events themselves, but from our thoughts about those events. If we can change how we think, we can reduce our suffering and find peace. For example, imagine you lose your job. This is a difficult situation, and it's normal to feel upset. But Stoicism teaches us to ask, is this situation under my control? If the answer is no, then we should focus on what we can control. Maybe we can update our resume, learn new skills, or look for new opportunities. By focusing on what we can do, we turn a negative situation into a chance for growth. This shift in thinking can make us feel more empowered and less stressed. Another important Stoic idea is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude means being thankful for what we have, even when things are hard. The Stoics believe that we often take good things for granted and focus too much on what we lack. By practicing gratitude, we can shift our focus to the positive aspects of our lives and feel happier. For example, instead of complaining about a small apartment, we can be grateful for having a roof over our heads. Instead of focusing on what we don't have, we can appreciate what we do have. Stoicism also teaches us to prepare for challenges. The Stoics used a practice called premeditatio malorum, which means thinking about the worst things that could happen. This might sound negative, but it's actually a way to reduce fear and anxiety. By imagining the worst-case scenario, we can prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally. If the worst happens, we are ready. If it doesn't happen, we feel relieved and stronger. For example, if you're worried about failing a test, imagine what you would do if you failed. Maybe you would study harder next time or ask for help. By thinking about it in advance, you reduce the fear of failure and feel more confident. Another Stoic practice is to focus on the present moment. The Stoics believe that worrying about the past or the future only causes stress. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The only thing we truly have is the present moment. By focusing on the here and now, we can live more fully and enjoy life more. For example, instead of worrying about tomorrow's meeting, focus on what you can do today to prepare. Instead of regretting a mistake you made yesterday, focus on what you can learn from it. Stoicism also teaches us to be virtuous. Virtue means living with honesty, kindness, courage, and wisdom. The Stoics believe that true happiness comes from being a good person, not from having money, fame, or power. They believe that external things like wealth or status are not under our control and can be taken away at any time. But our character is always under our control. By focusing on being virtuous, we can live with integrity and feel proud of ourselves, no matter what happens in life. Now let's talk about how Stoicism can make us happier. The first way is by reducing stress and anxiety. When we stop worrying about things we cannot control, we feel lighter and more at peace. The second way is by helping us handle challenges with calm and strength. When we accept that life will have difficulties, we are better prepared to face them. The third way is by helping us appreciate what we have. When we practice gratitude, we feel more content and less focused on what we lack. Stoicism also helps us build resilience. Resilience means the ability to bounce back from tough situations. Life will always have setbacks, but Stoicism teaches us to see them as opportunities for growth. For example, if you fail at something, instead of feeling defeated, you can ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I improve?" This mindset helps us stay strong and keep moving forward no matter what happens. Another way Stoicism can make us happier is by improving our relationships. When we focus on being virtuous, we become better friends, partners, and family members. We learn to be kind, patient, and understanding. We also learn to accept others as they are, without trying to change them. This creates deeper and more meaningful connections with the people around us. Stoicism also teaches us to live with purpose. The Stoics believed that life is short, and we should make the most of it. By focusing on what truly matters, like being a good person, helping others, and living with integrity, we can find a sense of meaning and fulfillment. This sense of purpose can make us feel more satisfied and happier in the long run. In conclusion, Stoicism can indeed make us happier. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot change, and live with gratitude, virtue, and purpose. By practicing Stoic principles, we can reduce stress, handle challenges with strength, and build deeper, more meaningful relationships. Stoicism is not about avoiding emotions or pretending life is perfect. It's about facing life's difficulties with courage and wisdom, and finding peace and happiness along the way. So, if you want to live a happier, more fulfilling life, consider giving Stoicism a try. It might just change the way you see the world and yourself.